know one thing, Lux. That's right. To give them the flux. To give them the flux.
These rappers is shucking and jiving and stuff, getting themselves in the shit that they can't get out of. Fucking up, here go the flux. A display of lyrics and patents and rhythms by Side and Young Buck.
For viewers' discretion is only factual, non-fiction, homie. The ruler, the thumb sticking out cause you know me. Federal, pimp lock the block, you can't hold me. Situation getting heavy, ammo get low, need my homie, what's up?
Well, your homie right on you, you know from the fly. Go up on these bitches, it's devious as we gon' get on this shit. Let's talk, let's not sit on this shit. We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this shit.
So much psychodramatic, havoc, get this bit crazy, the range you with it, this shit. Buck inside is the physicist. Belligerent, feel it, cause we ignorant. Nigga, y'all in it, the flux is the subject of weight and adrenaline, the feel a bitch. Side the medic, buck the relic, and drama that did it to him once again. Chance that you get, change to your face, and the blood to the covers, undisputed bitch.
And again, to the end of the pen, be worse than this sin against men. I'm feeling fenced in. From birth, saw the light of the earth, and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, that might get that bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux.
What up, Taco Koruhu? Monday Night Raw's in the books, and it feels like we're back to the boring days. But it wasn't so bad, so let's go.
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on a stranger. Can't contain the things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking shit. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.
Woo! What is going on, everybody? My name is Jesse, A.K. Your very own one and only Chitown Smark, man. Thank you guys so much for being here, bro. I appreciate you all. Been away for a little bit, man. My apologies. It's been a long week. But I'm ready to get back on track, man. Too much stuff going on around the house. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? But feels good, man. Feels good to be back here. How are you guys feeling today? Me? Let me give you guys a little. Let me give you guys a little inside baseball to being a YouTube streamer, bruh. Because here right now, talking to you guys, this is how I feel. I feel great. I feel good. Hype, bro. I'm ready to get into this show. On the inside, this is how I feel. Oh, God, I don't feel good at all. I feel like crap, dude. I don't know why. I'm just achy. I'm just, hit start streaming. Hey, what's up, guys? Hi, guys. JD does that shit every other damn stream, bro. Let me tell you. Not just him. All streamers do it. We come here and smile and say, hey, we're happy to be here. We hit the stop stream button. Oh, thank fucking Christ, dude. Jesus, I don't feel great at all. That's what we do, man. We entertain. Whether we are up to it or not, man. We are here to entertain you guys. Thank you guys for being here, man. Tay, what is going on? Pachero, what is going on? Costa the Cray Cray. Greek, Big Wheezy. Yeah, Solomonster and JD don't come till September, bro. And if they're in Chicago, then they are here hanging out with your boy. So when they get here, I'll be there. For sure. Make them mofos go out and grab some drinks. Take some pics. Maybe set up a little meet and greet. Who knows? We shall see. But those a-holes will not be in my neck of the woods without breaking bread or having a drink with your boy, the Taco Master. Well, let's let that be known. That's just how it goes down here, man. MG and Ballin', what's going on, man? I see you 18 months, man. That's long enough for us to have 2 babies together. Don't think about that for too long. Pause and keep going. On an unrelated note, what up, Sex Machine? What is going on? Patrick Palmer, man. Thank you guys for all being here, man. If you're not following me on Twitter, I wouldn't blame you. I'm kidding. Follow me on Twitter, please. At Chitown Smark. Follow me on IG as well. Let's get into this review. Because I feel great, remember? Remember that smile? Remember that? I feel great. Hey, unfollow me all you want, you foot fetish foot. See, you see how I act when I'm not feeling well, man? You see? I start calling out truths. Man. That's just what I do. Monday Night Raw, emanating from Twin Cities. Man. I used to live in Minnesota. For, I don't know, probably about 6 months or so. Man. And it was boring, man. I'm not going to lie. And especially when I lived there and I was young. So when you were as young as I was at that time, all you're really about is the nightlife. And for me, Minnesota wasn't all that great, to be honest. I mean, look, it had its spots. It had its, things here and there. I did get to hang out at Prince's crib. I thought that was kind of cool. Prince is a freak, man. Prince was a freak. I wish I had one of those Charlie Murphy true Hollywood stories to tell, but I don't. Didn't even see the guy. But what are you going to do? Man? The show opens up. We get Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins came out in what looked like an evening of him raiding Becky's closet. We've had some quirky looking referees over the years. Most notably, Shawn Michaels in the tightest boy shorts I've ever seen in my life. But HBK can thank Seth on this evening because HBK no longer has the most cringe referee outfit in the history of pro wrestling. That now belongs to Seth Rollins, man. Speaking of Prince, Seth came out in a referee shirt that looked like something out of Prince's closet. You know what I'm saying? I could see Dave Chappelle wearing that shirt, that exact shirt, in his True Hollywood Story skit. Seth came out, he had the ruffles coming down, you know what I'm saying? You know where you got that shirt from. And the damn sure wasn't the men's department. All right. Seth came down. He gets on the mic. He says, welcome to Monday night, Rollins, all that shit. Seth says he can see there's a lot of tension. And tonight, directly from the office of Adam Pearce, the two of them are not allowed to lay a finger on each other for the match. All right. We all knew that already. CM Punk comes out to the ring, heads on over to chill with Pat McAfee. Drew McIntyre tells him not to be a coward. Get in the ring. Punk says, I'm not scared of you. I'm scared of me, what I'm going to do to you, all that stuff. Seth says Punk loves getting things his way, but that's not how it works this time. Because at SummerSlam, things are going to work Seth's way. All right? Seth is going to be able to do whatever he wants. So if he wants to count to 20 instead of 10, he'll do that. If he wants to not acknowledge a tap out, maybe he won't. Seth said it's the Seth show for real on this time. He said it really is the Seth show. So Seth told Punk to get back in the ring. Punk gets his ass back in the ring. Drew talks about how he and Seth both want to be the best and want what's best for the future of WWE. And Punk isn't that. He's a cancer, says Drew. He's poisoning minds in NXT, and he's going to screw it all up. So remember that on Sunday. That's what he told Seth. Hey, these are Drew McIntyre's words, not mine. Just throwing that one out there. Seth says he's right that nobody hates Punk as much as him, but he's missing that Seth also hates McIntyre as well. So shut up for 3 seconds and he'll get the rules and regulations for this violence masterpiece at SummerSlam. All right? He says there's only one rule and one regulation, and that's the two of them will listen to everything he has to say. He calls the shots. This is basically Seth's match, I guess, to do what he wants.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards.
Kind of doesn't
But did you know
doesn't seem like something that should be allowed by Mr. Pierce. If you're asking me, you were thinking it though. You have no proof of that. I would not think such a thing about Punk. Never. Disqualifications? At the ref's discretion. So as of now, we don't even know if this is a no DQ match. We have no idea what kind of match we're in for. Which I guess adds to the, I don't want to say excitement. I think excitement is the wrong word to use for this match. Maybe it adds to the intrigue, maybe. It's intriguing. See how it plays out. There seems to be a lot of moving parts for this match, you know. Is it DQ, no DQ? Is it a straight up match? Is it this? Is it that? Are they throwing all of these different scenarios out there to distract you from the fact that Punk might not be ready to go all the way? I don't know. We'll see, though. We'll see. Whenever someone is fresh off of an injury going into a match that people already expected or was already advertised, I'm always skeptical and wondering if said person is actually cleared. You know, it'd be one thing if they came back, had a match already, you know, got the ring rust off. Punk got none of that. You know, he got injured again, came back and going right into SummerSlam. Is he 100% or is he not? But if either of them get out of line or disagrees with the way that Seth calls the match, he can't push him. They can't push him around. He's a spiteful little bastard, and he'll put them in the dirt. He'll put their dick in the dirt. Bruh. Punk says Seth being a referee is a hat on a hat, and he's probably getting off on it based on how he's dressed. But one thing he doesn't want. I mean, why would you go out? I mean, I don't know. Why would you bury the guy's gimmick like that on the air? I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't want his help. He never needed it. McIntyre interrupts and said he's said what he wanted to say. He wasn't even trying to take Punk out at the Royal Rumble, and he screwed him again and again. And what did he think was going to happen? When that bell rings, it's going to be violently.
But did you know we also
It's going to be a violent assault on Punk. Violent assaults, bro. That's kind of sketch, bro. This isn't a wrestling match, and he's not going to stop until Punk's heart does. Yeah, that's murder. I don't know where you guys are from, but where I'm from, that's murder. And the best part about it is this is in Cleveland in a stadium, and he's going to get paid so much money to do something that he do for free. Yeah, facts there. Punk says he wasn't absent for 10 years from this company, and they chanted his name. Punk said he was absent from this company for 10 years, and they chanted his name. They sing Seth's song. They chant his name. Drew is the third wheel here. The one positive about PDS, Punk derangement syndrome. My God, that's a thing. That's a thing. I need to hashtag that because I get plenty of Punk stands on my feed with PDS. That's not something that they can clearly both suffer from. They get to breathe in his air, and he hopes they enjoy it. Well, he's not self-centered at all. The best thing that happened to Drew's career is hurting CM Punk, and it's the worst thing. And for how big and tall and mean he is, he's stupid and keeps dumbing himself out of positions. He dumbed himself out of the world title, and he's going to do the same thing on Saturday when he steps into the ring with the best in the world. Does Punk still consider himself the best in the world in 2024? You know, that was arguable. It was debatable 10 years ago. But is he the best in the world still? I don't know. Drew holds up the bracelet with AJ and Larry's name on it, and CM Punk gets in his face. Drew talks trash and tells him to take it. So basically we have Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk for what I have dubbed as the real world title, which is that bracelet with April and that ugly ass dog on it. The winner of this match gets that bracelet. I don't know if, for me at least, I don't think it worked to try to get that bracelet over as something of importance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to care. Oh, I hope Punk gets that bracelet back. It just means so much. It just means so much. You can't just make another one. You can't. Well, his wife gave it to him. You can't just have April make a fucking another one and have her give that to him. This is stupid. Bracelet on a pole match. Yeah, basically. This is Punk's real world title. Remember when he was walking around on Collision, declaring himself the real world champion, despite there actually already being a world champion? That's how vain this guy is. He needed his own world title, and he couldn't have it, so they just created one for him, and he was okay with it. Like, yeah, make me a title. Yeah. It's fucking stupid. But what do I know? The Judgment Day. They're in their clubhouse. The clubhouse is destroyed. Dominic acts dumb, and Rhea says Liv Morgan obviously did it, before asking why they keep letting Carlito hang out in here. Rhea is still fucking shook. Rhea is like, why is this dude here? Why is this dude here? You know what I do like? I do like, since Mommy came back, that because she was the de facto leader of the Judgment Day, right? And then she had to go away, and then Priest stepped up. I mean, obviously because he was the new champion. I like that when Rhea came back, it doesn't feel like Rhea's not in charge anymore. It doesn't feel like that Priest had to step down and step back. It feels like the both of them are running Judgment Day together, you know? It legit feels that way, which I can appreciate that. Right now, as it's staying, the Judgment Day is in a weird place right now, with the leaders, Priest and Rhea Ripley, both seemingly coming off as baby faces, with the rest of the crew being heels. It's kind of odd. I'm expecting an imminent breakup here of the group, and when that happens, I don't know. You know, I didn't want to throw this out there because I wasn't too sure, but we could be looking at Judgment Day being led by Dirty Dom. We could be looking at what if, and I'm just spitballing here, I didn't even think about this shit until right now. What if we get Damian Priest leaving, Rhea Ripley leaving, Dom being in charge, and Liv Morgan being in the Judgment Day as the new mommy? Priest out, Rhea Ripley out, Dom in charge, Liv Morgan in, Balor, McDonough, Carlito. It's not too far-fetched, actually. Not too far-fetched. Dominic is garnering enough heat to lead the faction down a more heel road, because between Priest and Ripley, they're just trying to slowly turn babyface, and maybe that's not the way that the Judgment Day should be going. Maybe Dirty Dom, he did run Cell Block H. You got to think about that. You can run your own cell block. You can run Judgment Day, right? Should be just as easy, I would think. I don't know. Damian Priest arrives at the clubhouse after the break and tells Finn Balor he really thinks that he should be in his corner tonight. But Finn tells him to focus on Gunther and cleaning up the clubhouse, and he'll take care of business tonight. Dom suggests letting Carlito handle Sami Zayn, and he agrees and goes to find Adam Pearce right away. Carlito said, I got this, bro. I got this. Akira Tozawa and Otis versus the Creed brothers. Creed brothers win this one by pinfall. Double back suplex on Otis. I mean, it's kind of what I expected, because they now have the new Alpha Academy feuding with Bo and the White Six. So what you don't want is the Creed brothers looking weak and losing before they even get there. So kind of saw that one coming. Plus, it doesn't even look like they're doing too much with Otis and Tozawa. I mean, who are we kidding, bro? Who are we kidding? Otis, Tozawa, and Maxine are, I mean, borderline nothing but comedy relief at times. I mean, are we going to take those guys seriously as a tag team contender? I mean, I'm not saying they won't win the titles ever. What I'm saying is, will it be taken seriously? I kind of put a tag team of Otis and Tozawa in the same bracket as Miz and Truth. I mean, it's just, I mean, how do you take them seriously? I mean, it's just not exciting at all. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Post-match, though, they work Otis over, but Maxine Dupree jumps Gable from behind to try to save him. Chad jaws at her, and she slaps the taste out of his mouth. Wham! Fuck this shit, dude. Before he can attack Gable, the lights start going down, and you know what time it is. Time for the Wyatt Six. They appear at ringside. Nikki Cross takes Chad Gable out with a cross body. Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis takes the Creeds down for Eric Rowan to fight, to Fright Train crossbody them. Fright Train. Chad makes his way up to the entryway, but runs into Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy and turns and he runs the other way. He doesn't run by Uncle Howdy. He don't want to mess with Bo. Imagine that. You know, you're a long-term fan. Think back for a while. Imagine someone running from Bo Dallas. Kind of seems odd, right? It's different. He has a mask on now. Oh, I guess so. Back from commercial break, we get a recap of what just happened. Wow. You give us a segment, you go to commercial break, and you come back from commercial break, and you show us a replay of what just happened before the commercial break. Can you say that Raw does not need to be 3 hours? In any more blatant terms than that. Carlito returns and says, good news. He got Dominic Mysterio a match against Sami Zayn. Dom's like, what? What? Dom is pissed because Carlito was supposed to get a match with Sami Zayn himself. And they tasked him with getting a match for himself against Jey Uso then. All right, mofo. You thought you were being cute. But with this bullshit, fine. Now you get Jey Uso. And you got to go out there and do it alone. Why are they giving him instructions if he's not in the crew? You in the crew. We get Bronson Reed versus Sheamus. I feel like we've gotten this match so much. Is it me? Azada, what's up? What is going on? Is it just me? I feel like we've gotten Bronson Reed versus Sheamus a little too much. I don't know. Maybe it's just the feels. I don't know. Bronson Reed wins by pinfall with the big tsunami splash. How? You may ask. Because Pete Dunne came out and whacked Sheamus with a shillelagh. Remember the shillelagh? Who was the king of the shillelagh? Who was that? Was it? Was it? No, it wasn't Bob Holly. Not Bob Holly. Shit, I forget. Who was the master of the shillelagh? Fit Finlay. There you go. I am Fit Finlay, and I love the fight. Damian Priest cuts a promo at Gunther where he says if he's street trash, Gunther is just an asshole, and he's going to rob him of the idea that he can win the title. There you go. Jey Uso makes his way down to the ring. Braun Breaker cuts a promo on Sami Zayn. Braun Breaker is coming along very well. Braun Breaker is coming along very, very well. Very, very nice pacing. Very nice pacing. And I do like the fact that they acknowledged it. You know, it's I don't know. I know no one's watching the fucking show from there, but anyone else noticed that I was just saying how Adam Pearce seemingly is getting run over but too much by everyone in the fucking back, and that Braun Breaker has no business doing some of the shit that he's doing because he's just a damn rookie? Anyone remember me saying that? And then all of a sudden, Adam Pearce seemed to have put his foot down in some situations, gotten some control, and then Braun Breaker is out there saying how he is just a rookie anyway because he made a rookie mistake and things like that. I know I said this shit before. But I digress. Carlito versus Jey Uso. This was a match. Jey Uso wins by the spear. This was a match. I mean, I don't know. If they want us to believe Jey Uso's a main eventer, then, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like this was a brawl, but it just seemed like it could have gone a little bit more one-sided, I guess. Zelina Vega is interviewed backstage. In case you don't know, in case you're new here, I love Zelina Vega. I love her and her Puerto Rican, Mexican, Latino, Spanish, New York heritage. She's all of it in one. All of it in one. It depends on where you are on that particular evening. She says Team Forehead had to stack the deck against her last week, but she needed that because it reminded her of who she was. She loves throwing out those insults to people too. And I don't want to say they're lame because they're not. They're not lame. I mean, that they are usually pretty good zingers, calling them Team Forehead and stuff. But for some reason, they just don't stick the landing for me. I don't know what it is. There's your Olympics reference for the day. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way she delivers them. I don't know. It's like it feels, okay, all right. It feels like she's tried so hard to put that zinger together. It's like she studied that line all week. That's what it feels like. It feels like right now she's at home studying for next Monday's zinger. Like, okay, forehead. How can I capitalize on the forehead? I think the forehead was the best one yet. Gotta think of something. It feels like she's trying too hard. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So she gets her ass kicked by the Forehead crew, obviously. They go to commercial, come back. We see Zelina Vega getting looked at in the trainer's room. The Miz is interviewed by the loading bay. He says he's going to host SummerSlam. Isn't that what Miz always does, basically? He just hosts pay-per-views. I mean, I don't know. I'm not against it. It's fine. I'd rather have him be the host than, like, in a featured, like, match or something like that. It just feels like he's always the guest host of the pay-per-view, though. It's kind of weird. Says he's going to host SummerSlam since it's in his house of Cleveland and whatnot. R-Truth pulls up and the stupidity begins. R-Truth says that they brought back In Your House. I know they brought back In Your House. Who's on first? I'm on first. Who's on second? You know, they got Truth playing the I don't know what's going on game again. That went back and forth, and that was over. But looks like Truth and Miz are going to host SummerSlam. I kid, but that's probably going to be fine. That's going to be cool. Karrion Kross gets on the mic before his match with Xavier Woods. He says he was just notified that Kofi Kingston re-injured his shoulder in Japan, and that's why he's not here. But he doesn't believe it. He says Kofi can't handle that Xavier is in the spotlight. Xavier is in the spotlight? Yo, is Xavier in the spotlight and I missed it? I was unaware of this. When did Xavier Woods get in the spotlight? So, Karrion Kross wants Xavier Woods for the Final Testament. So, to get Xavier Woods in the Final Testament, his plan is to beat the shit out of him and cheat in a match. This is not a very good plan by Karrion Kross. You know? Usually you court someone, you show them a good time, you show them your clubhouse, you show them how you roll when you're not at work, how y'all chill, you know, go buy a couple of bottles at the club, all that stuff. Show Xavier Woods a good time. Hey, maybe show Xavier Woods what Scarlett Boudreaux is capable of. I said nothing. Any of you thinking of some shady shit, that's on you. You thought that all on your own. I am not painting any images of Karrion Kross, Xavier Woods, and Scarlett Boudreaux. Kross versus Woods in a match. Match was all right. Took us through one commercial break. Karrion Kross wins by pinfall. Final prayer. He gets help from Akam or Razor. One of those two. No one knows them apart. Yeah, and they beat him. So I guess he has to join now. I don't know. We get footage of Jesse the Body Ventura meeting with Triple H earlier in the day. Sami Zayn is interviewed backstage. He says he thinks it's funny that Braun Breaker thinks he's too focused on comedy when he did a comedy show the night before Money in the Bank before he beat his ass. That's a good point. That's a good point. Dominic Mysterio versus Sami Zayn. Mysterio, you know, gotta admit, man, I'm enjoying what they're doing with Dom Dom here. I'm enjoying what they're doing with Dom Dom in his early years of being a wrestler in WWE. Not to mention they gave him Liv and Mommy. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Even Michael Cole mentioned it. Michael Cole's like, what is Dom packing exactly to pull these two baddies, bro? What is going on here? Sammy wins by DQ because he had Dom Dom beat to shit, and the Judgment Day came down to save the day. So, post-match, they put the boots to Sammy, and then Jey Uso came out to yeet his way for the save. Once Judgment Day will clear it out, Braun Breaker attacks Sammy, but Sammy manages to send them packing. So who's gonna win? Who's gonna win that? I don't think Braun Breaker is losing that match. I think Braun Breaker is gonna be the new IC champion easily. Sammy was nothing but a transitional champion to get that title off of Gunther and onto Breaker. We get another video package from the Wyatt Six with Dexter Lumis and his shiny new dreadlocks. Dexter Lumis always looks creepy, man. No matter what his get-up is, he just looks creepy. Chad Gable goes to Adam Pearce with the identities. You know, Chad Gable is killing me with this shit. I'm loving this. Chad goes to Adam Pearce and says, bruh, I figured out everyone else in the Wyatt Six, because you know it was Gable that broke it to us with the breaking story that it was actually Bo Dallas in the Uncle Howdy mask, right? He figured it out. Now, he figured out the rest of them. He figured out it's Joe Gacy. He figured out it was Dexter Loomis. He figured out it was Eric Rowan and Nikki Cross. Gable's a genius, bro. Gable is a genius. I like that. I legit like that. We get a commercial break. We get Rhea Ripley cuts a promo on Liv, telling her that she so badly wants to be the victim in her little fantasy, but that's all it is. It's a fantasy. The reality is that SummerSlam, her revenge tour comes to an end. We get Katana Chance, Kayden Carter, and Lyra Valkyria versus the Forehead Crew. Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, and Zoey Stark. Deville and Valkyria. Bro, okay. Does anybody really care about Katana Chance, Kayden Carter, and Lyra Valkyria? Raise your hands. Who cares? I'm being dead serious. Like, who is actually interested in what they're doing? And by extension, the Sonya Deville crew. Now, I think the Sonya Deville crew has potential. I do. I think it does. But unless they're getting ready to introduce trios titles for the women, I don't understand why they're a trio like this. I didn't mean to put that out there in the world. I did not mean to put that out there in the world. I do not want there to be trios titles for the women. Baszler, Deville, and Zoey Stark win by pinfall. I mean, whatever. At the end of the match, though, Damage Control makes a return, apparently. Damage Control makes their triumphant return. They come down and they want to... but this is what I mean. Look, we got Chance, Carter, and Valkyria. We got Baszler, Sonya, and Stark, and now we get Damage Control back. We have 3 women's trios teams. Are they trying to give us women's trios titles? It's a little concerning for me. Or are they just padding their odds and just gonna give them the tag titles to work with? And that way they can kind of secure their bet in case one gets hurt in that group. I don't know. Back to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. They all agree that after SummerSlam, they need to work together to let's see. They need to work together to fix this situation that they're in. All right. Rhea finds Finn and Rhea reminds Finn that if he needs any help tonight, he only needs to ask. But Balor says, nah, bruh. I got this shit. Unless y'all think that I don't got it and I'm not good enough. And then they go, oh, no, you got it. You do you. You do your thing. Damian says he's worried about Gunther doing something stupid, but as his brother, he knows Finn can take care of him. Then we get Balor versus Gunther, and Gunther wins. Balor failed again. Balor used to be the shit, man. What happened? He's like a lackey in a crew. What happened to Balor Club? What happened? Now, granted, he lost to Gunther, all right? He lost to Gunther. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in losing to Gunther, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like Balor is bigger than being like what the number 3 the number 3 in a faction, if that. I mean, hell, it looks like Dom Dom's over Balor at some points, in Judgment Day. Gunther continues to beat the shit out of Balor. Damian Priest comes down for the save, lays Gunther out with a right hook, and they brawl, and that's how the show goes off the air. Like I said at the beginning, man, a very uneventful Raw for the most part. It may have served just fine for an early on build to a pay-per-view type show, but for this to be the go home show, I wasn't feeling the excitement. I wasn't. So it wasn't a bad show. It's just this kind of show was bad placement. It was bad placement in the SummerSlam build. It's like they gave us a lot of decent build getting into SummerSlam, and then instead of giving us, the crescendo, like they kind of just plateaued. It's like if you ever ridden a roller coaster, and you get that slow build to the top, and then some coasters when they get to the top, they immediately drop you down. This coaster got us to the top, and it was one of those coasters when it gets to the top, it then goes level, goes around, and then goes down. This show was the point where it just goes around. Didn't really do anything. Just kind of left you hanging there, waiting, thinking something was going to happen. It didn't. But now something will happen on Saturday. So, I think I murdered that analogy. That's pretty damn good. That is Monday Night Raw for you guys. But before we go, I want to acknowledge MGM Ballin'. The 18-month membership says, 1.5 year member of the Taco Crew. Love you, bro. Thank you, sir. I love you right back. And then we got Costa the Cray Cray Greek with the $2 super chat says, Happy Taco Tuesday to everyone. It is Taco Tuesday, isn't it? And my dumbass made burgers for dinner. Forgot it was Taco Tuesday, bro. Forgot it was Taco Tuesday. Nonetheless, that is the show, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. Like I said, man, look at that. Done before TNT. What are we going to do? I will see you guys tomorrow on JD's channel for the AEW Dynamite review. And then I will be back to my normally scheduled streams this weekend. I will see you guys here. Programming note, I forgot. Let's do a SummerSlam watch along. What do you guys think? Right? Let's do a SummerSlam watch along, man. Maybe I'll order some wings. Maybe I'll have a brouhaha or two, and we'll sit back and hang out for the 42 hours that is SummerSlam. Right? So I will see you guys on Saturday. Saturday night. Let's watch SummerSlam and chill. See you guys there, man. Thank you guys for coming out. My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Chitown Smark. I will see you guys on Saturday. Peace.
We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this shit. Psychodramatic, havoc, get this bit crazy, the range you with it, this shit buck inside is the physicist. Belligerent, feel it, cause we ignorant. Nigga, y'all in it, the flux is the subject of weight and adrenaline, the feel a bitch. Side the medic, buck the relic, and drama that did it to him once again. Chance that you get, change to your face, and the blood to the covers, undisputed bitch. And again, to the end of the pen, be worse than this and against me. I'm feeling thin. Saw the light of the earth and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, that might get that bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux.
Dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? All over the world, it's the same old thing. Psychodrama, fluctuating.
My continuous output, my flow of ideas for years been thrilling in me. Please don't stop this feeling in me before the feeling get to killing in me. See, I'm into mayhem. When I play, hear the shrieks of havoc, and then I'm ready to leave your grave in. Lucifer got nothing to do with this shit. To the days of dirt, getting fucked up within. And I put that on the house, bitch. To the days of the dirt, you gon' cancel that down shit. Motherfucker, you
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on a stranger. Get contained up, things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking chick. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, bro.